they've just announced something important for class 10 and 12 students. There'll be no more divisions or distinctions for your board results. This actually is part of the examination bylaws of the CBSE. If you've taken more than 5 subjects, it's up to the college or employer to pick the best 5 for your overall percentage. So essentially, CBSE will not be doing the math for your percentage. The task will fall on your college or your employer. Now, why did CBSE decide to skip the divisions and distinctions this time? Experts say that this move aligns with the national education policy that aims for holistic education. The move may also reduce academic pressure, ensure focus on comprehensive learning, and reduce competitive pressure that comes with numbers. Can you do away with competition in a country of 1 billion plus people? No, you can't. However, the flip side is that no distinction may impact motivation of students. Also, parents and teachers feel it may need proper clarity on performance indicators. Last year, if you remember, CBSE did not issue any merit list of students while declaring the class 10 and 12 board exams. The board had also not announced any toppers for class 10 or 12. Again, to avoid unhealthy competition. All this information coming to us via CBSE. I just want to get some perspective into it because it could get confusing. For me, it's a bit confusing. Meeta Sengupta, how should I read what the CBSE is saying? No distinctions, nothing at all. Then how do you measure performance? And is this how you will get rid of mental stress for students and reduce competition in a country of 1 billion plus? वो तो कुछ भी कर लो नहीं होगा, मीता सेनगुप्ता.
I agree. Competition will remain. Competition will keep us on our toes, and competition will keep us insecure overachievers. And maybe that is why we succeed. Yet it is not the right way to be. And we have seen the implications with so much pressure on students. So first, of course, one applauds the decision because it is going to reduce pressure to become the topper, to become the Sharma ji ka beta beti or whatever it is. One applauds that decision. However, I think that the CBSE circular as it is so very tight. It just has a few words in it. And all it is saying at this stage is that they're removing the label. They're removing the label of a distinction or of an aggregate, which means they're not doing the arithmetic to add up the marks. They have not yet said that they're doing away with marks altogether. To be honest, my first reaction was, are they doing away with marks? Will we have no marks at all? The CBSE circular does not say that. So you will continue to have subject marks. So if you read it carefully, I mean, very, very few words over there. What they're saying is that they will not aggregate it and they will not create a topper for the entire examination. Now, this clearly follows what they said earlier, that you're not going to have streams. If you don't have streams, then how can you have stream toppers? This is basically almost like a rehash or a clarification of the rule that they had in place earlier. And honestly, I agree with you. What difference does it make over here? Because if you have subject toppers over there, and the CBSE is not declaring an aggregate topper, how much time is it going to take for schools, principals to phone each other, or all of you excellent journalists to phone each other and find out what the addition of 5 totals is? How many students got 95 plus? How many students got 100 plus? It's a signal, therefore. So what we are taking away from this is it's a signal, and they're adding one more step in the process for us, Janta Janardhan, to do so that we find the topper. Honestly, we don't need to know the topper. Really,
so
it
Meeta,
doesn't
here's
matter.
The question. Meeta, here's the question. No, I understand that. I mean, not many people like toppers. Meeta, but here's the question. Is this entire posturing by CBSE a little too woke? Mane, posturing is all very well. एक अच्छा press note डाल दो, which doesn't say much. You put it out, say we want to reduce the burden on children and competitiveness, but you're actually not looking at the whole picture. You're making, what you're essentially doing is, we say this for politicians, but I'm going to say it for the CBSE, what essentially you're doing is headline management. Thoda headline management kar diya, but you're not looking at the larger picture, the larger story.
So a kinder way to state that is to say that they are sending a strong signal, and because the CBSE as a responsible organization that impacts millions, tens of thousands, lakhs of students and parents, and it is a very emotional subject, they cannot have rapid change. Any stage changes that they have to be done step by step, have to be done slowly. And they have in their system, you were talking about the system for women and for the rapido, etc. before this. In any system, once you notice a problem, and here the problem, you have to fix it as a system maker, as somebody who is in charge of governance for that system. And the illness, in fact, the addiction that we have seen over here in this is the addiction to marks. It's a fetish. It's an addiction. It is something that we find that as parents, as students, we can't tear ourselves away from. And our obsession with the milestone has made us forget which road we are on. We came here to learn content. We came here to learn how to study. We came here to learn how to meet a goal, even if an exam is a goal. But we forgot all of these things in this entire fetish for marks. And once the CBSE sees it, it has to send out strong signals from time to time saying, listen, that's not what we are about. I know we are trying to be efficient. I know we are trying to be clever about getting the best of you. But listen, here is a new way of doing things. We have brought in, and I would like to bring in two other policies that they've just announced and see the three of them together. One is they have said you can take your test multiple times and you can show your best of marks, twice or thrice. Best of marks, so you don't have to have only that one mark. Secondly, they've said there's no streaming at this point of time. And now they're sending this third signal. Now you take all three of them together. Think of a school, right? In a school, when a teacher is teaching, the incentive so far has been you collect all the best students and you put the best teachers to them. Now that sort of gently breaks down, because firstly, the same student can do better at the next time. Some students will do better in chemistry, others will do better in physics. So you will spread out your resources better, you will manage your students better. There's a little bit of calming down of the system that they're trying to achieve by doing this as a combination of announcements.
Okay. So best of luck to them. Let's hope they succeed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for putting it in perspective, because one really didn't understand whether CBSE is doing away with marks or not. Essentially, right now, the current circular says, "Hum percentage nahi batayenge." If you want percentages, you go and calculate them yourselves. We are staying with the marks, but we are not giving you the percentages. This whole distinction business is out as well. Meeta, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us. Thanks.
Take care.